organisation stands for, and I think, you know, today having the chance to introduce him is an honour for myself, because we would not be able to have done anything that we're doing today without the support of SVA, and it's just a fact. The first time that we did a strategic plan, I didn't even know how to spell it. The first time that we worked with a consultant, it felt like it was the most amazing foreign trick I'd ever seen of all time. We learnt pretty quickly that it wasn't after a few times, but you know, all of the lingo. The first time we had to pitch to funders, working with Lisa Cotton, who was there at the time, and working out how to do our reporting and build those frameworks around who we were and how we worked as an organisation. We had people in the room who've come and helped with our HR and looked at all these things over the years, and it's allowed us to fast track our development to now be, I think, hopefully one of the stronger organisations in the country, full stop, whether a non-profit or not. We were the 26th best place to work in Australia last year. We have 100 odd staff around the country. We have 1,500 uni students lining up to be volunteers and working with 3,500 kids. And the last 5 years, back to back to back, our kids have finished school and almost transitioned through to uni and employment at almost the same rate as every Australian kid, so effectively closing the gap. So that's taking a small idea and then scaling that to try and take it off the table. And one of the pieces which I think Michael will touch on, but I'll end on in introducing him, which is important for us to consider is, and it's kind of funny me saying it being 20, I'm 29 now, but I think it's approaching this space with the same maturity that would approach investing in any other market. And that is, if you have an Apple share and you bought that Apple share in 1988, you're not going to let that Apple share go. You're going to try and back the winner that's going to try and take on the globe. And for me, there's a few winners in this space in the country. SVA is one of them, but there's also a number of seriously successful models that if we scaled them, we would actually take the problems off the table. So the question, the challenge for us as investors and people looking to support the initiatives and the people doing the great work on the ground is that, are we in this for our own ego so we can find the next big thing, or are we willing to push ego aside and actually back the people that are doing these things so these problems are done in 10 to 20 years' time and we're talking about other things? That is the challenge. I think what Michael and SVA and all of the great staff that have worked there over the years have done, and everyone that supported them, is actually provided a new way of thinking about investment into this sector and a way of backing and scaling people on the ground. And now it's about, I suppose, how we all take that lead and think about how we can invest sustainably into ending problems for good. With that, I'd like to introduce Michael Traill, who's been an amazing person over the last decade with SVA and done remarkable things for so many people's lives. And I think, you know, as his time comes to an official end as the CEO there, I know there's going to be a lot of people, myself included, who will never forget the contribution that he's made. So give him a good round of applause as he comes up to talk to us.